Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to automatically create PDFs from Google Form responses and save it into Google Drive. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, I have built a form called as tenancy agreement. So the idea is that once a person fills in the form in Google Form, a PDF will be created with the help of PDF Monkey. At the same time, that PDF will be stored in my Google Drive. So let us do the experiment. So what we are going to do here is, here we are going to enter the details of a dummy person. So we have a guy called as Darius, and this is the email address of Darius. Darius23@gmail.com. Then we have his email. Okay, so this is the email. The name, that is Darius. And the terms of agreement, he's just clicking on agree, and let me just click on submit. So the submission has been made by a guy called as Darius. Now the idea is that a new PDF of terms and agreements will be created using PDF Monkey, and the same PDF will be stored in my Google Drive. So let me just straight away take you to my Google Drive, and let's explore. Yes, we do have a PDF called as agreement-darius.pdf. So let's explore. So this is the agreement with the Tesla transformer. Okay, so you must be thinking, where did Tesla transformer came? We will deal with that later. So this is an agreement between Darius with the email address darius23@gmail.com and Tesla transformer. And basically this is the time at which this agreement was created. So this is basically an agreement, terms and condition agreement, and Darius has practically signed to it. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I actually created a PDF from the data collected from my Google form and stored it into my Google Drive? So basically, I have used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Google Forms to PDF Monkey and Google Drive. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me just show you the steps. Okay, so basically in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. All you have to do is just hover on products, and here you will find connect. Just click on connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. You can create your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already created an account, so let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the app section of Pabbly. Let me just scroll down, and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Google Forms to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Google Forms to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Of course, you can give any name according to your choice. It's totally on you. Google Drive. And let me just click on create. So when you click on create, you will find 2 windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. So what's the deal with the trigger window as well as the action window? Well, if you're working in Pabbly Connect, there is a thing called as automation. The automation in Pabbly Connect works on the concept of triggers and action. The trigger is an if statement. It asks a question: if this happens, what should be done? For example, if a new form submission is made in Google Forms, that is basically a trigger. Now the action associated is a PDF Monkey. Using PDF Monkey, a PDF will be created. At the same time, that PDF will be stored in Google Drive. Technically, there will be more than one action window. But the overall gist is, using the trigger window as well as the action window, we are going to create a workflow to integrate Google Forms to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Now the best part here is, I will be adding the link of that workflow in the description box so that you can clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so we are going with the trigger, and in the choose app, we are going to mention it as Google Forms. Google Forms. Okay, so you may be curious, why are we working on incognito mode? Well, the answer is very simple. If you are working with Google Sheet, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. Okay, so why are we dealing with Google Sheet? It's Google Form. Well, the integration of Google Forms involves creation of Google Sheet. And if you're working with Google Sheet, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. Otherwise, there will be the problem of authentication. So now we have to set up the trigger event. The trigger is basically new response in spreadsheet. Okay, so overall, the gist is, we are going to integrate a Google form to Pabbly Connect. And this is how it's done. First, we are going to integrate the associated Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so associated Google spreadsheet or Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. If you don't get the gist, let me just take you to the Google form that I want to integrate with. So basically, this is the copy of the same Google Forms I had. Let me just cancel this. And it basically has the same fields, email, name, and the terms of agreement. So the idea is that we are going to integrate this Google Form to Pabbly Connect. And first of all, to actually integrate it, we are going to integrate the data that we have received from this Google Form to a Google Sheet. So I'm talking about Google Sheet, Google Sheet, Google Sheet. So what's the deal with Google Sheet? So let me just scroll down. First of all, let me just go to the last part, that is terms of agreement. Let's make this field mandatory. Okay, so this is already required. And let me just click on responses. And this is where you create the associated Google Sheet. So let me just click on this small icon to create a Google Sheet. Okay, so the name associated will be Fresh Tenancy Agreement Responses. Okay, and let me just click on create. Okay, so as you can see, we do have a new Google Sheet associated with this form. So we have the questions like email, name, and terms of agreement. Similarly, we have the columns email, name, and terms of agreement. When the response is submitted, the response will be straight away gathered here. In email, it will come email, the name, it will come name, and of course the terms of agreement. Additionally, we have one more field, that is timestamp. Timestamp is basically the time at which the response was generated. So essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to integrate this particular Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, and this is how you do it. First of all, you go to add-ons, and here you will find an add-on called as Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Since you're beginning fresh, Pabbly Connect Webhooks might not have been installed yet. So what you have to do is just click on Get Add-ons. Okay, so when you click on Get Add-ons, Google Workspace Marketplace opens up in front of you. Now in the search, all you have to do is just type, Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this one. Okay, so as you can see, the button it is already showing, it is installed. So in my case, this is already installed. All you have to do is just click on this button, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and this will be installed in your Google Sheet also. Now, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat this again. After installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. Okay, so I am assuming that you have installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks in your Google Sheet, and also you have refreshed your Google Sheet. Let me just close this. So as you can see, there is one important thing I have to tell you. Column D is our last data entry column. I repeat this again. Column D is our last data entry column. So let me just go to add-ons, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and just click on initial setup. Okay, so this is the window of initial setup. Now it is basically going to demand two fields, that is webhook URL and the trigger column. It is demanding to fill in these two fields. Now let's deal with the webhook URL. So the webhook URL is something this. Okay, so this is the webhook URL. You just copy this and you just paste it here. So we have mentioned the webhook URL. Excellent. Now we have to mention the trigger column. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. I repeat this again. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. In our case, the trigger column is column D. Excellent. Okay, so let me just click on submit. So overall, the gist is when column D is filled, it will send the data to Pabbly Connect. So yeah, it is waiting for the data. Now there is one minor thing you have to do. You just go back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and just click on send on event. So this will ensure that not only the first row, but any row is filled, it will send the data to Pabbly Connect. Excellent. So what we are going to do here is we are going to make a new dummy submission. So let me just click on preview. Okay, so these are the details. We have a guy called as Amy. Amy45@gmail.com. So this is the email address of Amy. Okay, then we have the name. So this is the name, Amy, and the terms of agreement. He agrees to all the terms, and let me just click on submit as Amy. So the response has been submitted by a person called as Amy. So first of all, we are going to explore, do we have the details of Amy in our Google Sheet? Because this Google Sheet is integrated with this Google Forms, and it will automatically collect all the responses. Yes, that this is the time at which the response was collected. This is the email, this is the name, and this is the terms of agreement. Now, as you can see, the column D, that is basically our trigger column or the last data entry column, is filled. This basically means it will send the data to Pabbly Connect. So let's explore, did Pabbly Connect capture the data? Yes. The data has been captured by Pabbly Connect. We have the email as amy45@gmail.com. This is the name, this is the terms of agreement, and of course this is the row index and the time at which the response was collected. So we have all the details. Now using these details, we are going to create a PDF in PDF Monkey. So in the action window, we are going to select PDF Monkey, this one. Now in the action event, how about make it as generated document, because we really want to create a document from a template. And let me just click on connect. We are going with the new connection, and in the new connection, we have to enter the token. And to get the token, let's straight away have a visit to API authentication part of PDF Monkey, or you can just click on my account dash API authentication. You just click here and you will be straight away directed to PDF Monkey API section. So this is the API secret key. All you have to do is just copy this. Okay. And I'm going to paste it here. So we have entered the token. All you have to do is just click on save. So when you click on save, you have three fields, the template ID, the dynamic ID. I'm sorry, two fields, the template ID as well as the dynamic ID. So what's the template ID and the dynamic ID? So let me just straight away take you to the template I will be working on. So this is the template. Okay, let me just show you all the templates. So these are all the templates I have in my PDF Monkey account. I'm interested in this template, that is agreement. So this is basically a template using which we are going to create a new PDF. Okay, so this is the template. Now what we are going to do here is we are actually going to make some changes. The changes is because I just want to explain you better how the stuff works in PDF Monkey. If you already know, that's well and good. You can just skip this part. So as you can see, there is a agreement between the name of the customer with email address. So this is actually dynamic part. Okay, we have the name, that is dynamic name. Okay, as you can see, that is the dynamic part. Then we have the email. So this is again the dynamic part. Okay, so these are the two dynamic parts. And as you can see, we go to the sample data. We have the name of the customer, date, time, and email. So these are the dynamic parts. We have the date, time, that's the dynamic part. Then we have the email address, and then we have the, of course, the name. If you don't get it, then what we are going to do here is we are going to make some changes. Okay, so already we have an email address, and this is an agreement between email address and Tesla transformer. So I'm just going to add some more sentence, and you will understand the concept of dynamic tags in PDF Monkey and Pabbly Connect. So first of all, this is an agreement between name. The name is already here. The email is already here. And we can actually add email address has signed an agreement. Agreement as, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to enter two pairs of double quotes, curly brackets. Okay, inside the curly brackets I'm just going to add the agreement. Okay, excellent, agreement. So now what we are going to do here is once again, okay, has signed an agreement as yes. Here the data yes will come. If you're not getting it, the idea is that we have already received the information. I agree has already been part of the data that has been received by Pabbly Connect. So it will read something like this. Okay, let me go back. Has signed and has signed the agreement as I agree. The agreement as I agree with Tesla transformer. Now this is the deal with Tesla transformer. Okay, tenancy deal with Tesla transformers, tenancy agreement with Tesla transformer. So first of all, let me just go back to sample data and enter a comma. Okay, and let me just add agreement. Okay, colon, comma, I'm sorry, quotes and agreement. Okay, so let me just click on save and refresh. So I think it is getting saved and refreshed. So let's explore what will be the changes. This is an agreement between the name of the customer with email address and the agreement as agreement. Okay, so here when we map the data, it will come I agree. I know you're not getting anything, but it's totally cool. You will understand in a minute. So basically here, this is something it will happen. This is an agreement between the name of the customer with the email address, and here the email data will come. Okay, here the email data will come. The email was something Amy or something, and in the name of the customer, between the name. This is an agreement between the name of customer. So name of the customer, here the name will come. Okay, in place of name of the customer, we are going to map the name that was Amy with the email address, and here email will come and sign the agreement as agreement. Here I agree will come. Okay, I hope it is getting clear. If it is not clear, you just wait 1 minute and you will get all of them in a nutshell. You will understand all of it in a nutshell. So let me just go back. Okay, and first of all, let me just map the template ID. So what's the template ID? So let me just go back here. Let me just straight away just first click on published. Okay, and this is basically the template ID. Okay, let me just show you all the templates ID. So these are all the ID. This is the ID for this particular template. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So the idea is that using this template, we will be creating the terms and agreement PDF. So we have added it. Now comes the most important part, that is dynamic data, JSON payload. Now this is your JSON payload. Okay, let me just show you the JSON payload. You go to the sample data and you just copy this whole part. You copy this and you just paste it here. Okay, so we have added the JSON payload. Now we have to make some changes. First of all, we have the name. Okay, and here what we are going to do here is I'm just going to remove this. Okay, and here I'm just going to map the details of the person, that is Amy. So this is the name. Now remember this is the data that we have received from our Google Forms, Amy. Then similarly, we have this field that is timestamp data. So I'm just going to remove this and here I'm going to enter the time. Okay, and then we have the email. I'm just going to remove this. I hope now you're getting the gist. So this was the reason why we had included the agreement. Okay, let me just add the email first. And then we have the agreement. So once the document is created, you will understand the whole mechanism. So this is the agreement, I agree. Okay, so at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request to make the change to create a document from the template. So as you can see, we have the document ID. Okay, so when a document is created from the template, it has automatically generated a unique document ID. So this is basically that ID. So let me just go back. And let me just show you the document that has been created from this template. So this is the template and this is the document that has been created. So let me have a look. Okay, so this is the document that has been created. This is an agreement between Amy with the email address amy45@gmail.com has signed the agreement as I agree. Okay, so the details like the amy45@gmail.com and this is the time has all been included in this template, in this document. So that is why a new document was created using that particular template. Okay, so if you want to explore once again, so this is the template. Okay, and this is basically the document that we have created. Now what we plan to do here is this document. Okay, the document has been created. Now we are going to make sure that we are going to add the PDF of this document into my Google Drive. So to deal with Google Drive, first of all, we have to generate a downloadable URL. So we want the downloadable URL of this particular document. Now before we create a downloadable URL, first of all, what we are going to do here is we are going to introduce a delay. So what's the deal with the delay module? So the reason why we are introducing the delay module here is, as you can see, when we create a downloadable URL using PDFmonkey in Pabbly Connect, it takes some time. So that is why we are going to introduce delay module. So let me just add delay. Okay, so if you are exploring Pabbly for the first time, this is the delay module. So you can delay the flow of information for a significant amount of time. It's totally on you. For example, I'm going to delay the time for 1 minute. So I have kept the delay for minutes, that is 1 minute. Now you, of course, you can keep the delay for hours, days and weeks. It's totally on you. Or you can just delay until and just mention the date till you want to pause the workflow. Okay, in my case, I just want to delay it for 1 minute so that a proper downloadable URL can be created using PDFmonkey. So let me just click on save and send test request. Yes, it is showing that it is delayed for 1 minute. Now we are ready to create a downloadable URL in PDFmonkey, and this is how you do it. We once again add PDFmonkey, this one. Now in the action event, how about we make it as find document? Okay, so the idea is that we are going to actually create a downloadable URL. This time we are going with the existing connection. Okay, and this is the recent connection, #4, and this is the document ID we want. So when the document was created, Let me just show you the document ID. So when the document was created, it also generated an ID. So this is the unique document ID. Okay. So we are going to map that particular detail here. So we click here. Okay. And this is the unique document ID and we have mapped it. Easy. So the idea of clicking on save and send test request and this window is we are going to create a downloadable URL. Now downloadable URL is very important. Otherwise we won't be able to upload a file or a PDF or store a file or a PDF in Google Drive. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the downloadable URL. Okay, so this is the downloadable URL that we have got. Okay, so this is the downloadable URL. Using this downloadable URL, we are going to upload a file or a PDF in Google Drive, and this is how you do it. So this is my Google Drive. Okay, this is my Google Drive, and let me just go to the home page. And the idea is that before we let us go back to Pabbly Connect, let's deal with Google Drive here. So we are going to introduce action window, and here I'm going to mention Google Drive. Google Drive it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as upload a file. This one, simply just click on connect. Okay, so we are going with a new connection and just click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, there is only one Gmail account since we are working in incognito mode. So this is the account with which I want to upload my PDF. So before you press allow, since Pabbly Connect is demanding access, before you press allow, let me just tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Authorization successful. Excellent. So we have three fields, the URL, the folder ID, as well as the file name. So we are going to deal with URL first. So if you may remember, we had created a downloadable URL. This is the same URL that you have to map. Okay. And this is how you map. You click here and you go to the fourth accordion and you map the downloadable URL. I'm sorry, downloadable preview. This is the one we want and we have mapped it. Now comes the most important part, the folder ID. Now the idea is that we are going to store that PDF in a particular folder in my Google Drive. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, this is my Google Drive and I'm going to create a new folder. So the name of the folder will be tenancy agreements file. Okay, and let me just click on create. Okay, so let's have a look. Do we have a tenancy agreement file folder? Yes, this is the folder, tenancy agreement file folder. Now, as you can see, this is the folder ID. Okay, so this is basically the folder ID. Any characters after slash is basically a folder ID. You just copy this and you simply just paste it here in folder ID. Okay, so the idea is that once a PDF will be created, that PDF will be automatically stored in this folder, that is tenancy agreement file. Okay, and then we have the file name. Now, when a PDF is going to be created, we want that PDF should have a unique name. For instance, let me just go back. Okay, and let me just show you all the PDF that was created earlier. Okay, so let me just show you invoice data, I think. Okay, so as you can see earlier, it was agreement dash. There is agreement dash sort of. So this was all the data that has been recovered using, that has been all the PDF that has been created from my Google Forms data. So we are first going to, what we're going to do here is, first of all, we are going to add agreement. Okay, agreement dash, and here the person's name will come, and the person's name is Amy. And since it is a PDF, I'm going to add an extension .pdf. Okay, and think we are ready. So at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response is a positive one. Excellent. So let's explore. Do we have a PDF called as agreement-amy? So the folder, if you may remember, what was the folder? The folder was a tenancy agreement. So let's explore. Tenancy agreement. Yeah, this is the folder, tenancy agreement file. And inside this folder, we have agreement-pdf. So this is the agreement. This is the PDF of the agreement. This is an agreement between Amy with the email address amy45@gmail.com has signed the agreement as I agree with Tesla Transformer, and rest of the details. So we have indeed created a new PDF with the data that we have collected from Google Forms. The presence of this data, the presence of this PDF shows that we have a successful integration between Google Forms, Google Drive, as well as PDF Monkey. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this window. Let me just minimize this window. Let me just minimize this action window. Let me just minimize this action window, and let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Google Forms to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated integrated with PDFmonkey to generate a document from the data that we have received from Google Forms. After that, you have introduced the delay module. The delay module was introduced because PDFmonkey actually takes an appreciable amount of time to create a document URL, downloadable URL. So that is why we have introduced the delay module, so that the whole data can be restricted. At the same time, it can be sent as a bunch. After that, you have included this action window to find the document to retrieve a downloadable URL. Now, using the downloadable URL of the PDF, you have uploaded the PDF into Google Drive. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Forms, PDFmonkey, and Google Drive. Excellent. So not just these two apps, you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, please visit us at admin@pabbly.com. If you really like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe. The link of Pabbly Connect as well as the workflow is available in the description box. And also, thank you so much for watching.